It's sometimes easy to forget just how high Dustin Johnson's ceiling extends. Johnson's placid demeanor rarely if ever gives way to an on-course emotional outburst. He doesn't often talk to his ball, and his standard celebration is a raised hand or a subdued fist bump, even when holing out for eagle from 171 yards to close out a 6-shot win. In the age of "what have you done for me lately," his 8-shot romp at Kapalua might as well have happened in 2014. He had been relatively quiet since ceding the top spot in the world rankings to Justin Thomas and plodding his way around while other big names received more attention. But after another decisive victory Sunday at the FedEx Street Jude Classic capped by some memorable theatrics on the 72nd hole, it's clear that the number of players who can match DJ when he's in full stride is decidedly small. Johnson started the final round in Memphis tied for the lead, but from the first few moments it was clear that this would not be a repeat of Pebble Beach when he was upended by Ted Potter Jr. Johnson led Andrew Putnam by 2 shots after a single hole, grew his advantage to 3 in short order and barely broke a sweat on the back 9. "It was nice to be back in the hunt, to have the lead," Johnson told reporters. "To play, and get the juices flowing a little bit. It feels like it's been a long time, and it's only been 6 months. If it's possible for the world no. To fly under the radar." Johnson had accomplished the feat entering the week. But while some players lose top billing because of spotty results, Johnson's downgrade came about simply because he couldn't keep up with Thomas's blistering pace. The changing of the guard was about what Thomas was doing right, not what Johnson was doing wrong. Full field scores from the FedEx St. Jude Classic FedEx Street. Jude Classic articles, photos and videos. With another trophy in his possession, Johnson heads to Shinnecock Hills with an eye-popping stat line this year: 7 top 10s and 10 worldwide starts in stroke play events, with no result lower than his T17 finish last month at TPC Sawgrass. "I knew coming into this week I was swinging really well, had a lot of confidence in the game," he said. "I played really well all week." Johnson likely won't lose sleep over the fact that no player has ever won the U.S. Open after winning on tour the week prior, simply because Johnson doesn't seem to lose sleep over much of anything when it comes to his day job. Ever the unflappable athlete, he has overcome more than his fair share of on-course turmoil without so much as a scar. Of course, several of his most tense moments came in the U.S. Open, be it his meltdown at Pebble Beach in 2010, his closing 3-putt at Chambers Bay in 2015, or his rules fiasco at Oakmont the following year. He managed to brush each off with time, none more so than 2 years ago when he went from having an official's hand on his shoulder to putting his hands around the trophy in a matter of hours. The components are all there for another run to a major title next week at Shinnecock. Scroll down the season-long stat line and you'll quickly run out of superlatives for Johnson, who leads the tour in scoring average, total strokes gained and strokes gained off the tee, just to name a few. There's every reason to expect that skill set to translate into more success at the year's most demanding event, where Johnson finished T4 or better 3 straight years before a surprising missed cut last year at Erin Hills. "I have high expectations going into every week," Johnson said. "I feel like the game's in good shape. I feel like I'm driving it well. I'm really hitting my irons well, and my wedges are really good. So I'm really looking forward to going into next week. Heading into a major championship on one of the sternest tests around, there will be plenty of names who appear poised to contend. But after lapping the field for the second time in a matter of months, Johnson regained the top spot in the world rankings, and showed once again why it's usually wise to begin any list of U.S. Open favorites with his article tags: Dustin Johnson, 2018 FedEx Street, Jude Classic 2018 U.S. Open. Andrew Putnam couldn't keep pace with Dustin Johnson, but that didn't keep him from notching a career-best finish at the FedEx Street Jude Classic. Putnam started the day tied for the lead with Johnson, the first time he held even a share of a 54-hole lead in his 44th career PGA Tour start. His title chances took a significant blow with a sloppy double bogey on the opening hole, but Putnam eventually steadied the ship en route to a 2/72 that concluded with 11 straight pars. While that left him in the dust of Johnson, who won by 6 after a hole-out eagle on the final hole, Putnam still finished the week alone in second place at 13 under, 4 shots clear of the other 154 players in the field. Full field scores from the FedEx St. Jude Classic articles, photos and videos. Had a lot of fun. Feel like I handled myself better than my score looked, Putnam told reporters. Just didn't have some putts go my way. Putnam tied for the highest final round score among the players who finished inside the top 10, but he was afforded some margin for error after he and Johnson distanced themselves from the field through 54 holes. It's the third top 10 finish of both Putnam's season and career, following a T5 result in the Dominican Republic in March and a T8 finish at the Valero Texas Open in April. The 29-year-old earned his card via the Web.com Tour last season, and this week's result comes at a pivotal juncture. After entering the week at No. 107 in the season-long points race, he is now up to No. 49 and assured of maintaining his full status for the 2018-19 season. Overall, I feel like I had a great time, he said. Dustin obviously played pretty solid, but I definitely feel like I can learn from these experiences. Article tags, Andrew Putnam, 2018 FedEx St. Jude Classic. Dustin Johnson made it look easy on Sunday, winning the FedEx St. Jude Classic with an incredible eagle on 18. Here's the lowdown from the final round in Memphis. Leaderboard: Dustin Johnson, -19, Andrew Putnam, -13, JB Holmes, -9, Richie Werenski, -8, Stuart Sink, -8. What it means: DJ captured his 18th career PGA Tour title with ease. Starting the day tied with Putnam, DJ got the early break when Putnam doubled the first hole. Putnam never threatened DJ's lead, and Johnson essentially locked up the title with a 15-foot par putt at No. 12 and then a birdie at 13 to extend his lead to 3 strokes. Just for good measure, Johnson holed out for eagle on the par 4 18th to win by 6 strokes. With his second win of the season, Johnson took back the No. 1 ranking from Justin Thomas heading into the U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills, where Johnson will try to become the first player to capture the U.S. Open after winning the previous week. Johnson tied Tiger Woods for the most wins since 2008-18, and his second St. Jude win was his 9th since the beginning of 2016. Round of the day: after missing 2 straight cuts, RSM Classic winner Austin Cook fired a 5 under 65 for a T7 finish. It was his first top 10 finish of the year, and Phil Mickelson picked up some momentum heading into the U.S. Open with a Sunday 65 and a T12 finish. It was his second top 15 finish in a row after a T13 at the Memorial. Best of the rest: Retief Goosen, who won the U.S. Open the last time it was played at Shinnecock, went 68-66 on the weekend to record his first top 10 of the year and first since the 2017 Puerto Rico Open. Biggest disappointment: Wesley Bryan, T12, had a chance to record his first top 10 finish of the year, but he struggled on Sunday to a 3 over 73 after 3 straight rounds in the 60s. Shot of the day: DJ closed out the tournament with a bang, the exclamation point on the victory, at Johnson PGA wins the at Feshk Memphis with a walk-off eagle on 18. Jude Classic Galloway, NJ. Annie Park won the ShopRite LPGA Classic for her first LPGA victory, closing with an 8 under 63 on Sunday for a 1-stroke victory over Sakura Yokomin. The 23-year-old Park, from Levittown, New York, had an eagle and 6 birdies on a cloudy day over the Bay course at Stockton Seaview to complete 54 holes at 16 under 197, a stroke off the tournament record. Yokomin, the winner of 23 events on the Japan LPGA Tour, flirted with a 59 but parred the par 5 18th for a 61 to tie the course record. Full field scores from the ShopRite LPGA Classic. New Jersey native Marina Alex was third at 14 under after a 64. She made a hole-in-one at the par 3 17th. SEI Young Kim, who broke the course record Sunday morning when she finished her second round with back-to-back birdies for a 61, had a 70 to finish fourth at 13 under. Park earned $262,500, topping her total of $261,096 for her first 49 LPGA Tour events. She won the 2013 NCAA individual title as a freshman at Southern California and helped the Trojans take the team crown. Article tags: 2018 ShopRite LPGA Classic, Annie Park.